Hey guys, how's
What's up,
it
peeps?
going? Serena and Eugene here. Hope everybody's doing fabulous on this Tuesday afternoon.
Yes.
We haven't caught up in a live here in the group together in a little while. I know that Eugene has been doing some lives and then I've been doing some lives, and we've both been trying our very best to keep you guys inspired and motivated and to continue to share with as much information and education and inspiration as we can to keep you on track and keep you motivated to take the best possible care of yourselves. But we're going through a new transition globally and locally as well, and I know that things are slightly different depending on where you are in the world, but I think pretty much everywhere a couple of activities are opening back up again since the lockdown, and some people are going back into work, some shops are opening back up again, some places might have already experienced that, whereas some places are only just now starting to experience that. And so we wanted to just shoot a quick video to talk about change, because at the beginning of this pandemic and when the lockdown first began, the main challenge was to get used to that new way of living and to get used to the restrictions, and also to deal with the fear that this virus started spreading around the world. And many of us faced numerous different challenges in getting used to the lockdown and in dealing with this very peculiar circumstance. However, now we are facing new challenges and new changes as the lockdown starts to ease up to various different degrees around the world, and we are having to learn how to phase ourselves back into certain activities and certain environments. And so new changes are coming up now that we're having to adjust to. And change can feel quite scary, and it can feel quite unsettling and quite overwhelming, especially because the virus is still out there. So that threat is still present in our lives as we go back to certain activities. And yet again, the core essence of the message that we want to share with you is that whenever you're dealing with things that are to any extent outside of your control, the most effective thing that you can possibly ever do is to shift the focus back onto yourself, time and time again. And so yes, the virus is still out there. Yes, now you can go out in public. Some of you have to go out in public if you're going back to work, or you want to choose to go back out in public. And you should by all means take the precautions that you're being advised to take, and do whatever it is that you need to take to keep yourself safe, not just physically but also mentally and emotionally, which is the most important thing. And we invite you to, whenever you feel a little bit shaken, whenever you feel a little bit uncertain or fearful or overwhelmed, shift the focus from whatever is out there that you perceive as causing you your overwhelm or your fear back onto yourself. And what is it that you can do, that you are in control of doing, to overcome these negative emotions? And that's the work, essentially. That's the lifelong work that will give you the greatest results. It will allow you to really stay present and centered regardless of what's going on around you, and that will allow you to find peace, joy and happiness even in the midst of the greatest challenges and the most difficult circumstances. It's not easy, and it doesn't happen spontaneously. You've got to work at it. You've got to do the work that is required of you for you to recenter yourself. And what works for some person might not work for you. So you got to figure out what it is that works for you, what it is that allows you to come back to yourself, to come back to your center, to find your stillness, to find your peace of mind. And so it does take work, and it does take daily practice. Consistency of practice of whatever the activities may be that suit you best is of fundamental importance. And I'm going to use me as an example here just to tell you how important this is. I've been doing this for years and years and years, and now I coach others onto doing this. And I still, the first thing that I do every single day is to work on myself and to fulfill my routines and to make sure that I've filled up my cup first and foremost before I go out into the world trying to fill other people's cups. So that's really the message that I personally wanted to share, and I know that Eugene will now add on to this. But essentially, as we gradually phase into more changes and maybe even more uncertainty, and maybe even for some of us more challenges, the answer remains the same. The work on you is the most important work you will ever do.
Right, and kind of just writing off of what Serena said about change. Change is inevitable, guys. The best thing that we can do when there's change is to be still. And know that all in which you are witnessing as change originates from within you. So it's really not about the virus. It's not. It's not about this virus. It's about you. Coming back to the subject and not paying and not still being intelligent in your day-to-day dealings and going to and fro. But what this, I feel, has taught me and many others is to stay centered in themselves despite the fact that there's external circumstances and changes that are taking place. And when we can better resort to being centered within ourselves, there's less resistance, and there can be no resistance towards the change, because resistance is nothing but tension. When we resist something, there's a level of mental, physical, or emotional tension. So the best way to avoid resistance when there's change is to come back to the subject. You are the subject. Everything else outside of you are objects. They're external phenomena, which the external phenomena are inevitable. They're going to change. So it's all about, even if you see you have to wear your mask, that's fine, but eliminate the self-induced fear aspect of it, of, well, oh, I need to stay away from you because I might catch it. Because that right there is the resistance and you avoiding the real reason, which is you, not the virus. The virus is a distraction for us to bring awareness back to yourself. Understand that there's a part of us that's always there, that's unchanging, despite the fact that there's changes out there. So I just wanted to kind of compliment what Serena was saying about change. And that's what we coach all of our shifters about. It's about the real change comes from within, the transformation. So, of course, there's external changes that's going on, rules and regulations. People are wearing masks, they're like social distancing. But then, as I journey through the day, I pick up on the anxiety of the people, especially, it's the mentality. Let go of that mentality and bring that attention and awareness where you need most, which is within. Because that energy that you're using to focus on external things, you're taking away from your immune system from being strong.
Right.
So if you bring that awareness back to yourself, all that energy is marinating internally, which is helping you to stay centered. And when you're centered, you're balanced in your metabolism and in your immune system. And you're not, but that doesn't make you passive. Oh, I'm just gonna let everything that go on out inside of me not do anything. No, if anything, it makes you more active.
Right.
And then it puts you in a place from center where you conduct yourself in a very centered and quiet way, despite the fact that there's things going on. But we have to learn, guys, as this somewhat being the new normal, to eliminate the fear aspect of it from day to day, the tension aspect of it. Because I see it, I feel it in the people that there's a level of tension still. That's fine. Wear your mask, do what you need to do, sanitize. I'm not saying not do that, but I'm just saying eliminate that fear aspect of it that's motivating a lot of people right now. Oh, there's the next stream of COVID coming up and all that. So what? But if we take care of ourselves, I guarantee you we'll stay strong and healthy and centered in the midst of this inevitable change that's taking place. And again, that's what we teach all our shifters. I know we haven't been somewhat quite present in the group because we're kind of catering to the paid for group that we have. But if you guys at any time you want to get a coaching session with us, or you like more information on getting really effective techniques and advice on how to go forward, because we can't go forward the same way that we did prior to this. There's a new level of understanding that has to evolve into, and I can tell you we deal with hundreds of individuals over 5 countries. So if it's something that you feel that you need some coaching and some guidance in that, feel free, send us a message. We also have a HoShift Wellness Plus. This was one of the things I wanted to mention. That's our active group. It's a paid for platform because we're active and we offer so many useful resources and content there. This bigger group that we're here is a reservoir and for anyone that wants to transition and make that change and shift into the paid for group. It's possible. It's a minimal, it's barely 2 coffees you're paying for. Barely 2 coffees at Starbucks that you're paying for the group. So what's more expensive? Health or sickness? I don't even have to answer that. You answer that for yourself. So we're here offering our advice and help and our coaching for those who feel that they can use the extra. Because sometimes we don't see these things because we have what we call blind spots. So we need someone to kind of help us navigate in mentally and emotionally, which could bring us back to ourselves. So it doesn't make you any lesser if you have a coach. If anything, it makes you much more better because then you become more equipped and centered in yourself. I would love to see you guys, some of you guys, if you want to convert over into HoShift Wellness Plus, because there's so much more of it that you can get from us, from the classes. And I would love for you guys to join my meditation course. Serena has a nutritional course that she teaches. It's phenomenal. I'm not just bragging about her because she's my wife, but it's very good, because what this has also showed us is that we have to be more mindful with what we put inside our bodies. Think about that. I'm gonna just cut it short for there because I can go on and on, guys, but I love talking to you. I love being of help and service to you guys, and we have something that we know without a shadow of a doubt, with full confidence, that will help you in whatever way in which you allow it or us to be of help to you.
So just a small technicality. So the intake for HoShift Wellness Plus is currently closed, but the waiting list.
Sorry.
That's all right. The waiting list is open. So if you want more information, simply type yes. We'll share all the information, and you let us know if you want to be put on the wait list, so that when we open the next 10 spots, which will be later on in the month, you get priority access into the next 10 spots. And we're not going to put the price up this month. It's going to be still £14.95. So just type yes in the comments and we'll send more information. We'll be in touch with that. What I want to leave you with in this video is this. Whenever you have an emotion that feels overpowering and that is sapping your energy, it's stemming from a thought. All emotions stem from a thought. And for as long as you keep these thoughts at the level of the unconscious mind, or that you don't allow them to come to the surface and fully express themselves, they almost become like those little monsters in the wardrobe that the kids are afraid of at night. They see the shadow, they don't know what it is, and they fear the worst.
Right.
So my suggestion to you is bring your fears up to the level of the conscious mind. Bring them to light. Share them here. Put them in the comments. Feel free to share some of the things that the biggest challenges that you're facing, or the things that about this transition out of the quarantine that upset you the most, or anything at all that is making you feel overwhelmed or overpowered or uncomfortable. Put it in the comments or put it in the group, and there's so much power that you get out of sharing these things openly. They lose their hold onto you. They lose some of this negative power that they have over you, and you're able to see them in the light of day and make more sense of them, and you're able to get the support of all of us. Remember, this is your family. We're your family. We're here to support you. Everybody in here has that common goal of improved health and well-being. There's never any judgment in the group. In fact, we're here to spur each other on, to keep ourselves accountable and to keep ourselves motivated. So whatever it is that you feel like you want to share in the group, in the comments, whatever the challenge, whatever the hurdle, trust me when I say, in simply sharing it openly, you will feel so much better and you will feel so relieved.
Beautiful.
So we hope this was an inspiring and motivating little video for you guys. We'll continue to, as much as our schedule allows, to post in the group. I'll do my cooking tutorials, my health and wellness tutorials. Eugene will share the occasional workout tip. Of course, Wholeshift Wellness Plus has a full schedule. We don't have the capacity to do that on both groups, but we'll be in touch as much as we can. And in the meantime, if you want to reach out, never hesitate. We're here for you however we can. And if you want more info on Wholeshift Wellness Plus, don't forget to type yes, and we'll keep you posted.
Awesome.
Have a wonderful rest of your day and week, and we'll catch you guys very soon again. Stay safe and stay healthy.
One love.
Ciao for now.